My biscuits are burning.
You're watching Today I Grew Up.
Hey partners, most of my views come from non-subscribers, so please consider subscribing today. Hit that alert so you'll be notified for future videos. It helps me as I'm on my way to 100,000 subs this year. Really appreciate it. My biscuits are burning. Partners, we are back and I'm really excited to show you the classic pack Woody's Roundup. It is a first look. This is officially released by Mattel in partnership with Disney, Pixar, and look at how awesome. We finally, after all these years, got an upgraded Stinky Pete. This is probably the largest Stinky Pete I've ever seen released officially because he is a 7-inch scale action figure like the rest of the Mattel line that we've been getting. And he actually has a movie accurate box here. But we'll get back into that. I want to show you the other side. It says Disney Pixar Toy Story with the Mattel logo. And then it also includes a Woody. So this is essentially a 2-pack figure set. So you do get Woody with a very fun and funny expression, if you ask me. And you get Stinky Pete, and it looks amazing. I really love this box art. I think it looks fantastic. So I got lucky to get this on Amazon. If you want the Amazon link to where I bought this, please check the description of this video and also the comments. I will pin the link to get this Stinky Pete. Huge shout out to Cassie and her son Jasper, huge Toy Story fans. They helped me find this Stinky Pete link so that I could buy it before it's sold out right away. So keep checking the link. Maybe you'll get lucky like me. It's really nice that there's a hole here in the window. That's really nice on the box. On the back, I really love the Woody's Roundup logo in the corner. He comes with a pickaxe that you can detach and attach to his hand. Stinky Pete with a gold tooth, and he's an articulated action figure, which is awesome. I really love this box art. And then over here on the right side, we have Woody. As you can tell, this is a 2-pack. So the downfall of this is because we can't separate the box. But of course, I will do a box mod to make them look more like the movie. Of course, I will do that tomorrow, as today will just be a generalized review for you guys. But I do plan to mod this like the movie because it's close enough, the artwork, that I could do that. And it'll be a fun experiment to see how we can get this box to look more like what we see in the movie. So this is really exciting. I'm gonna not ruin the box. So these straps are pretty flexible. I am going to take these figures both out of the packaging without ruining the box as much as possible. Now, in order to get the pickaxe out safely, I was able to remove Stinky Pete just by bending this out. To do this, because I don't want to ruin the box, I will be doing a mod later. There's a piece of tape here that I was able to carefully peel back so I didn't have to use a blade to cut it. Taking off the tape did not ruin the paint at all from the box. So that was good. And then you can see that we're going to very carefully remove this because I want to get access to the pickaxe without damaging this movie accurate box. And as you can see here on the back, there's these tabs. I'm going to untape this, remove this. So if you don't want to ruin your box, which I don't recommend you do, you just peel back the tape. The tab will come undone. It will slide. Push on the tab. We get the pickaxe out of there. And guess what? We didn't damage this box. If anything, I'm going to take this out, and then that'll be the first step for modifying the box. Would be cool to at least take out the plastic without ruining the background. So that's how you get the pickaxe out without damaging your box. Same thing for Woody's hat. I was able to open this up because it was just tabbing open. Woody's hat was able to slide to the left, and that's how I was able to take this off without ruining the box. Now let's start with the head sculpt on Stinky Pete. He has kind of a loose joint in there, so he's able to kind of rotate his head 360. It did come that way, I didn't loosen it, although his head is a little loose. He kind of has like a small ball joint action there because I'm able to move it like that because it's a little loose, but it doesn't come off, so that's good. And you know, he definitely has good head articulation there. I really love that he has a gold tooth in his mouth. It is painted red in there slightly, as you can see, and it just looks really good. I think the eyes look like him, his eyebrows, his beard is spot on. The beard looks perfect. I really like the sculpt of the beard. There's no messy paint lines or anything that I can see. Looks really fantastic. The one drawback is his hat is not removable, so sorry to disappoint you guys. You cannot take off his hat. And I'm sure if I pried it off or tried to rip it off, it would just be like a flat head, so it wouldn't be a full head sculpt, unfortunately. I can just tell by looking at it. But I did notice a slight imperfection right here. Not sure if that was a design or a factory flaw. That was definitely something I noticed that could have been better there. I really like his overalls. Looks really good. It's lacking some detail here, but you know, it's a Mattel action figure, so not really complaining. The blue looks really nice. The back has a really nice detail there on a scarf, and really like the pull string, even though it's not real, it's painted. And it has a patch on the back, which is true to the film. And even has like fake stitching on the edge of his overalls there, and nice stitching here on the shirt. So they did a good job on those little tiny details. I do appreciate those things. Stinky Pete is a really good looking action figure here. He's very solid, looks like Toy Story 2 Stinky Pete, and it's just awesome to have something official. Finally, after all these years since Toy Story 2 came out a long time ago, his arms can swing in and out this way. Kind of reminds me of Rocky's joints for his arms. They swing in and out. They do rotate 360. He does have an elbow joint articulation, and then his wrist does rotate 360, as you can see here. The other side, same thing, in and out, 360 wrist. His right hand's more open, his left hand is more closed, because he comes with a pickaxe accessory that you can put right in his hand. As you can see, the pickaxe fits in his hand awesome. He's able to grip it just fine, and it is easy to put in his hand and take back out, so that is really nice. His other hand could technically hold it, but it's not going to be a tight grip. It's going to be more loose in his hand. The pickaxe is intended definitely to fit in the other hand a lot better. It's easy to put in his hand just like that, in and out, and you can slide it to where you want him to hold it, which is really cool. The pickaxe is actually really nice. It is a hard plastic material. They did a good job with the sculpting on it. And although the handle is plastic, it does have the illusion of a wood grain texture, as you can see there. Looks really good, and so they did a fantastic job with the wood grain illusion on the plastic handle for Stinky Pete. What I love about this is that it doesn't feel cheap. It's very solid. I'm trying to push on this and it doesn't bend. So this is very hard plastic. It is very sturdy, and it is definitely doesn't feel cheap at all. What's really interesting about Stinky Pete is that he has crazy articulation on the legs. He has that joint that could swing out that way. Can also swing in the opposite way if you wanted to. He probably wouldn't stand like that at all, but he definitely has that forward and back motion, and go 360. The boot doesn't have any articulation, it doesn't turn, but he does have a crazy leg joint, so you can do a kick, I guess, if you wanted to, and they do swing out really crazy. You can even make Stinky Pete do the splits, which is weird, but you can totally do that. So very similar to, it just reminds me of Rocky's articulation from that Mattel figure that they just released as well. But overall, this Stinky Pete is really nice, and I really love that he is very posable while being a very round, cool action figure. Here's one more 360 view of Stinky Pete with his pickaxe in his hand, and he looks really nice. I really like the detail of everything, especially knowing it's an articulated action figure. It is a solid piece. It's kind of heavy, actually. It's not light, so it's very well made. Mattel did an incredible job with this sculpting, and it really does look like Stinky Pete from Toy Story 2. And I love that it has a removable pickaxe, because it just makes it a little bit more authentic to the film. And although he is just an articulated action figure, he does look pretty movie accurate, if you ask me. I really love this figure. Obviously, having the box, once I mod it, it's going to look even better, like the movie, and having Stinky Pete here with the pickaxe is going to look so good in this box once I put him back in there. And it'll be fun because we'll be able to put him in, take him out whenever you want, just to like play with him if you want to. And that's what's really cool about this, is you can definitely have a lot of options with this Mattel Stinky Pete, especially with that box. So it's really awesome. I love this action figure. Let's take a closer look at Woody. Now with Woody, I kind of feel like this is not something super new. We've seen a lot of these action figures from Mattel already. He just has a very unique expression. Woody's head sculpt looks like to me like he smelled something smelly. I think I smell Stinky Pete around. He doesn't smell too good. That's what it looks like. He has a nice badge detail. It's nicely gold painted. He has a vest. He has an illusion of upholstering. And then obviously no details on the holster, but it does rotate, which is pretty cool. Nice paint on the belt buckle. I really like the belt buckle. Detail on the belt buckle isn't too bad at all. It even has illusion of stitching. And I like the shirt. And here's the rest of the jeans. And even has the cactus detail on the boot. No Andy on the bottom. But still a very cool articulated action figure. He does have amazing articulation. His long skinny arms. He does have 360 on the wrist as well. So you can definitely pose Woody in a lot of fun ways. His waist also moves, which is convenient. Not 360, but side to side. Crazy knee joint as well. You definitely bend Woody at the knees. And then wow, this does spin 360 as well. So he has a lot of articulation on the boot 360, which is pretty cool. So this is a very articulated action figure, and it's a very fun Woody to add with Stinky Pete. And then it also comes with this hat, which we've seen before. Put it on his head, and there we go. Woody the Cowboy with his hat on, which is really fun. Now we're gonna have a little stop motion fun.
You want the real Buzz Lightyear? You're an action figure.
You are a sad, strange little man. You are a sad, strange little man.
You are a child plaything.
Hey, Ham, look, I'm Picasso.
I don't get it.
Here's a size comparison with our Mattel Rocky that we just got recently, so you can tell he's just slightly taller with his hair over Stinky Pete's hat, but they're very much in scale with each other. They look pretty good, and I really like them. Now let's compare them with an actual Toy Story Collection Woody for fun. So you can see here that a Toy Story Collection Woody definitely towers over the Stinky Pete and Woody 2-pack and Rocky, but it's still really cool to have these action figures, and although they don't scale as movie size, they still look pretty amazing. And here's a quick size comparison of my movie accurate Stinky Pete, the Prospector in box, custom made by Cop, and here on the left is the new Mattel Stinky Pete in box. So it's really cool because although it's not exactly movie size, it's still something official from Disney, and it's really awesome to have something closer to the scale of what we've been wanting all these years from a toy company. So it really looks awesome. I really enjoy these two. I think they're really fun. For only $19.99, you really can't beat it. You get a great articulated action figure, you get two of them, and you get a movie accurate box that I will be modding for you guys tomorrow. So you guys should tune in for that. So please, if you haven't already, subscribe, hit that alert, as I'm on my way to 100,000 subs this year. Let me know if you're going to get the Stinky Pete and Woody 2-pack. Again, the link is in the description and in the comments below. And I'll see you partners on the next video review.
You want the real Buzz Lightyear? You're an action figure.
You are a sad, strange little man. You are a sad, strange little man.
You are a child plaything.
Hey, Ham, look, I'm Picasso.
I don't get it.